are not his.
Okay, thank you, over now to broadcasting house.
Most obliged, sir.
David.
We've had seen some broadcasting house already. Okay, yes, Mkuachka, we are there.
Thank you, and over.
Okay. Since you said you started fellowship in Lusoga, allow me say Muisukeyo, morning crew. And we are grateful to each one of us that has joined with us this morning. Colleagues from 9214, led by Jaja Mzungu, thank you for joining us this morning. It's always an honor and great joy to have you with us for our Thursday meetings. It's right about now, we are still under the stewardship of the party group Blueberries, who have an amazing opportunity of serving us as we dawn down the year of serving to change lives, though the service to change lives will continue. Right about now, I would like to invite you, Stephen Wakasenza, to please journey us through the flow of our Rotary norms. Over to you, Stephen.
Good morning, President. Good morning, fellow Rotarians, Rotaractors, and friends of Rotary. I'll start with a quote. Never be afraid to try something new. Remember, amateurs built the Ark, professionals built the Titanic. It's unknown the originator of that quote. So with that, I will go into the lineup, which is formidable. For the grace will be taken through by Rotarian Patience. For the loyal toast by Rotarian Irene. For the four-way test by Rotarian Elizabeth. Introduction of the guest speaker by A.G. Safina. Interaction by Rotarian Faith. Statistics by Rotarian Wakasenza. Vote of thanks by Rotarian Isa, and final toast by Rotarian Nyakato. Without any further ado, I request Rotarian Patience to take us through the grace.
Rotarian Patience was this morning scared away by PO. PO, please start us off with a grace, since you scared away Patience with your other vocabulary that I'm yet to learn to pronounce.
Thank you very much, President, Rotarians, Rotaractors, and guests. May we humble ourselves for the grace. Good Lord, we thank you for the gift of life. Grant us the humility to do what we do as Rotarians and friends of this world. And may we be ever mindful of the needs of others as we execute this. Amen.
Amen and amen. Yes, Rotarian Irene.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Good morning, Rotarians on this call. For the meeting that we are yet to receive, I propose a toast to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda.
His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda. Rotarian Elizabeth, the four-way test, please. In the absence of Rotarian Elizabeth, I will ask Rotarian Ivan Mutaka to please guide us through the four-way test. Ivan Mutaka, are you there?
President, can I take it on if Mr. Mutaka is not available?
Yes, you are a very good Mutaka. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. The four-way tests. For the things we think, say, or do, first, is it the truth? Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build goodwill and better friendships? Fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Awesome. Thank you very much, Super Lady Jane, for being a very good neighbor. So colleagues, I would like that we share our Rotary information this morning. We have 3 minutes to share as much Rotary information as we can. So if you have Rotary information, you're welcome to raise your hand and we'll give you space to voice your Rotary information. And I see Rotarian Annie Ninyesiga from Bwewaja to start us off. Over to you.
Good morning, President. This is a call, an invite today evening. We have an online fellowship Thanksgiving. I'll share the flyer, and I'd like to request all of you to join us as we thank God for a year that has been served successfully. Please join us. We are here and we always support you. Kindly join us today evening as we thank God for the year well done. Thank you so much. RC Bwewaja. It will be strictly online.
Thank you very much, Rotarian Annie Ninyesiga. You will share the link with us and we'll be glad to join you for fun and fellowship. Any other Rotary information, friends? If you have Rotary information, raise your hand. I also entertained Bachiga. Just unmute and dive into it straight away. Okay, Rotarian Eve from RC Ntinda, please go for it. Rotarian Eve, kindly unmute and share with us your Rotary information. I see your hand is up.
Thank you, President. On 2nd July, next Saturday, RC Ntinda will have its installation of the 30th President. It will be in Kasangati Resort Hotel at 3 p.m. A card goes for 50,000. You are all invited.
Thank you very much, Rotarian Eve. Please share with us information of where and how we get the cards. You can do that in our chat section so that we can secure cards for our attendance. Rotarian Peter Odoki, kindly let us in from the Chiwatule headquarters.
Thank you very much, President Frederick. My usual early morning sporty message. 23rd of July, the Rotary 5-a-side is on. This is the Rotary signature Rotary project, and the funds go towards equipping our health centers, our health center project. Rotary Club's participation is a moderate 250,000. Rotaractors 100,000. Secondly, on the 4th of September, the Rotary Cancer Run 2022 edition is on. I hope Daybreak has a Cancer Run officer. You will appreciate that with every sale of a vest, 10% returns to the club and its projects. So I urge every Rotarian on this call to buy a kit and get ready for the run. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Fantastic. Indeed, we have a Cancer Run officer in the names of Rotarian Hamida Ketani, and just watch the space. I'm afraid she might empty your warehouse for kits. And I know we have tested that 10% at Daybreak. We can never stop going for it. So any other Rotary information, colleagues on call? Okay, I request that for further information, kindly channel the same through our chat section and we'll give it the due attention that it deserves. Today has been a day of starting with quotes, and allow me join you, my brother, Stephen Wakasenza, to share a quote by Walt Disney that the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. And indeed, we at BELEP have done a lot of talking. We need to start doing. I would like to put on notice all BELEP officers that is going to be an important physical meeting that is going to be happening very, very soon. Watch the space. We'll communicate to you the details of when and where in the near future, when it will be a physical engagement, and it is going to happen before the 1st of July. So there are some details that we're working out, but please be on notice and be on the watch. We will be able to call upon you for a physical engagement. But also, allow me say that the day is 29th of June, 2022. We are going to have a press conference with all the stakeholders that are going to be involved in our Dear Day. The press conference is going to be at KCCA City Hall. We shall share a Zoom link with the entire Rotary fraternity. So please, we request that you plug in and you follow events as they unfold so that you are really kept abreast of how our D-Day will happen. And again, talking about Dear Day, it is going to happen on the 1st of July, which precisely is next Friday. And it is going to, DEAR really stands for Drop Everything and Read. I hope by now, as Rotary clubs, we have identified schools that we hope to really work with. So that come on 1st of July at 11 a.m., we will drop everything and for the next at least 30 minutes and read. There's a lot of preparations that you need to do. Please go right ahead. But more than that, should you really need support, seek out support and you'll be more than supported. But to climax this day, we are going to have a dinner that is going to be happening at 6 p.m. at Fairway Hotel. Friends, this is the good news. A card goes for, you know, I will borrow PO's words, a moderate 100,000 Uganda shillings. And you know what? Here is the good news. 50%, Fairway has been so generous, so much so that they have agreed to give back 50% of all the proceeds to enhance the basic education and literacy enhancement program. So friends, I request that you secure yourselves cards. Cards are already on sale. You can secure your card from the Rotary office. But if you would like to get an e-card, please reach out to Beatrice and contacts are there on the screen. You can take a screenshot, but better still, reach out to the Rotary office and secure yourself a card. The spaces are really limited, but it will be great, it will be good, and we shall be grateful to have as many of us as possible. So please invite a friend, invite a colleague, in-laws, outlaws, exes, upcoming ones, all that. We need to all be together. Thank you very much. I would like to put all Daybreakers and the friends of Daybreak and colleagues of Rotary Fraternity on notice that next Thursday, we'll be doing our last fellowship of this Rotary year, and it will be a physical engagement. It will be happening at Fairway Hotel. It is going to be really a state of the club address that comes along with club recognition. So I really request that fellow Rotarians, please join us at the at the Fairway Hotel, not Grand Imperial. We'll be glad to host you as we get to come to the end of our Rotary year. So to this morning, we have a very interesting guest speaker, and I would like to invite none other than my super leader, AGE Dr. Safina, to kindly present to us our guest speaker for this morning. Over to you, AGE.
Thank you very much, Changemaker President and Super President. President and fellow Rotarians, I have the honor to introduce to you our guest speaker today, who happens to be a daybreaker, Madam Ruth Kanyaruju, who went to school, and she went to the Maite Gayaza High School for O-level and the Maite College School for A-level. She went to Makerere University for a Bachelor's of Economics and Rural Economy, a Master's in Development Studies, majoring in local and regional development from Institute of Social Development Studies in the Netherlands. She has a working experience and she has been a vice chair at the National Water and Sewage Corporation. And if Kibedo was here, would have said at the water side since 2013 to 2020. She was a principal policy analyst in the Ministry of ICT between 2008 to 2010, a district planner for the Antonde district, between 2006 to 2008, a social planner for Lakai district, and a bank manager for UCB. You remember UCB, I think the young people like Takia may not be knowing UCB, but he was a manager at the UCB in Nabukasake in 1993. And as far as her Rotary life, Rotarian Ruth is, as I told you, she's a daybreaker. She joined Rotary in 1995 with Rotary Club of Masaka, and she served as a club secretary. She attended Ally Convention in Glasgow, Scotland, UK in 1997. She also attended another Ally Convention in Indiana, US in 1998. She was at the Antoine LSC as a charter person, and attended the 8th DCA 1996 to 2003. Left Rotary in 2006 on health reasons and rejoined. We are proud to say that she rejoined Kampala Daybreak in 2018, and where she has been a very, very active member since then. And she attended Ally in Toronto in 2018, attended DCA in Dar es Salaam in 2019, and this year again she attended Ally Convention, which she's going to share today with us. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor to introduce to you Rotarian Ruth Kanyaruju. I thank you.
Thank you very much, AG Safina. Rotarian Ruth, you're very welcome to speak to us about your experience. I know that you qualified to use the common phrase Tuliwa Weru, but today you have an opportunity of sharing with us your experience and for us to learn. What is it like? What does it feel? What are the takeaways for visiting or going to a Rotary Convention? And I heard rightly that you have attended many of them, not only the recent one in Austin, you have attended other Rotary Conventions. So it will be good for us to delve into your experience for the next 20 minutes. Rotarian Ruth, you're welcome, and allow me to turn this audience to you.
Thank you, Rotarian President. I hope I can be heard.
You are loud and clear. Go right ahead. Rotarian Ruth, now we can't hear you, but at the commencement we could hear you.
Video? Okay. Since my video has refused to be heard, can you kindly allow me to share the screen? Hello.
Please go ahead. Just a moment, Rotarian Ruth will be given host rights. I'm sure that in a few microseconds it will be done, and rightly so, you have rights to share your screen, Rotarian Ruth.
Yes, as I open my presentation, I would like to thank all of you, and especially the President, for giving me the opportunity to share what transpired or what I saw at the DCA. It was such a wonderful moment. First and foremost, before I went to Texas, got to participate in the Rotary Friendship Exchange. In the Rotary Friendship Exchange, I hope you can see that on the screen. Can you see?
Yes, we can.
Yes. I was lucky that I was chosen among the 15 members who participated in the Rotary exchange in Wisconsin District 64, 20, and it was really, really gorgeous. We participated and we went to different places. You can see I made new friends. We were able to really interact. I have managed to really, really shop for the partners for our club. But as I will share at a later, Mr. President, behind me there you can see that is Lake Michigan, and these are the Rotarians that hosted us and gave us a good time. You can see we were even able to really, really mobilize for the cancer run. I think all of you are aware that it is the RI president, because 1st July she will be already our RI president who will come here to flag us off. And so we really made sure that we even sold those t-shirts of this to those members, and each was going at $10, whereas here we are selling it at 25,000. So we made good money for our district. That's ready there, Julie. Julie is the friendship ex. He made a wonderful arrangement for us. And this gentleman you say I'm with is the mayor of Rook, the only mayor we had at the team, and we really, really had a good time. Then I want to take this opportunity, Mr. President, to thank you and the entire club, because I was really prepared. I went with 40 banners. I was able to exchange banners with all the clubs. We had an inter-district where we had over 12 clubs in attendance, and I got an opportunity. We were the only club. Our leader presented a report for the district clubs, all the district clubs, and presented the projects that are being done in the district. But when it came to individual clubs, I had opportunity as a daybreaker to come and present a possible project where we can partner with, where we can get partners from there so that we can get a global grant. And since it was short time, we managed to come up with an idea with the president, the PE, Rotarian, and we were selling the idea of empowering our communities where we have put these. You realize, Mr. President and members, that the ECDs are in place. The enrollment is there, but it's not as much as we expect. We want more and many more numbers to come, and we also want O&M done properly. So they are equipping. We want to see that members in those, maybe like in 10 ECDs, have an income generating project. We want to start, like, to enable them start a briquette making, and we want to help them to acquire maybe 10 machines in 10 ECDs. So that is what I was promoting. And because that project, people are very happy about the project, because it would really tackle 3 areas of Rotary emphasis: with education, then environment, then economic empowerment, and all that. So as we shall share at a later stage in details, Mr. President. Then here, that lady in gray is the district governor of that had hosted us, and she had thrown a party at her home. And then we were able to visit the Rotary home, our Rotary home, one Rotary center in Everston, and we were privileged, as you can see, I was privileged to put up my Rotary dream, and I was able to write it there. Whoever will be going to the Rotary, our Rotary home will find the dream for Rotary, for Kampala, for Ruth from Kampala Daybreak. And I was promised that we can get funds to fulfill this dream. I said that I would like to see economic empowerment of vulnerable single mothers and the youth get empowered in the next 5 years. And then we were privileged to meet the RI President-elect, Jennifer Jones, and I was able to share our banner. I really lifted the club high. We shared our banner, and she also gave us her banner, which I will share with you, Mr. President, at an opportune moment. Then I was also able to meet the General Secretary of Rotary. That is, we were told that that is one of the most powerful person in Rotary. Am I audible, members?
You are loud and clear. You're loud and clear. Go ahead.
Then I was in Rotary. Every country is represented. You can see me and the past district governor. We were there holding our flag. Then now we went to Houston. Here I was able to network for you members in the DCA. That this DCA generally was, we had the lowest, I think it is the second lowest attendance ever. We had 11,000 people, but it is understandable because we have just come from COVID and people were skeptical. They didn't know whether it was safe to go, but some of us are hardliners. We said, let us just go. So here I am. This is one of the district governors, past district governor, and we were there at the health. I was trying to see how we can partner with them to further mother and child maternal health, since it is a hot cake and it's a problem in our country. Then I was able to network and bond with Rotarians from Uganda. You can see Rotarian Karitima, all those other Rotarians, you know all of them. Unfortunately, I was the only Rotarian from, even if I was the only Rotarian from Kampala Break, it gave me an opportunity to mingle with other Rotarians from Uganda, from other districts, from elsewhere from the world. Then just then this one here, this is this was the current governor for one of the clubs in Canada, and his wife, and they accepted to partner with us. Actually, Mr. President, we have over 20 clubs that are willing and ready to partner with us for global grants. So I pray that our team, our project team this year will work tooth and nail. And I was also able to really bond with the Rotarian email from the Rotary Club of Kampala Central, who is going to be the global grant chair at our district. So he is going to take us through and be able to really get this funding, because all other clubs, apparently, of the clubs that we had gone in for this, the people I met, many of them had already received global grants. And I think Kampala Daybreak, we haven't done much in that area. So I spent most of my time in the House of Friendship, because that's where all the clubs had their booths, their stores, and what have you. So many people would frequent there. And the theme for that convention was Rotary, people of action. We are people of action and we are called to action. And so I pray that Kampala Daybreak, we shall even excel beyond where we are. I had an opportunity to bond. That gentleman is the one on my left, is the past president of Ginger. He has also very good ideas. He has helped me so much and he's going to help us so much. Kaitilima, you know him very well. And that Rotarian here, he's going to connect us with the Canadian clubs. He's now living in Canada, but I was privileged that I'm the one who brought him to Rotary when I was in Masaka, and it was such a blessing to meet him after 20 years. So he has promised that he's going to connect us with the clubs from Canada. And this gentleman, I was privileged to be with him most of the time when we broke away to these other talks. They were very good talks, but here we had just received the presentation or the maiden talk from the president-elect, and that was an opportunity because this man also, we bonded on other issues, consultancy and what have you. So Rotary members is a place which gives us opportunities. Rotary International, I pray that we should start saving, and I want many members this time to attend the convention that is going to be in Melbourne in Australia. These are members. In the evenings, we would have the measures. That the measures did not stop only here, but we were extended. Here we were in Houston, and these are members mainly from Bugorobi. You just presented recently, Mr. President, I think these members, we saw them. These are members from Bugorobi and a past president from Port Bell. And these ones, some of them are also members from National Water. So we had a nice time generally. Then the most important thing that I can say that I brought home was that Rotary, kindness can change a nation. There was a presentation from a very young boy. I was really, really impressed. At any one time, I will share the video with you members. But he was the winner of kindness contest in US in 2020 at the age of 9 years. So I assumed that he was 11 by the time he addressed us at this convention. But one thing I learned, that kindness is even more important now than ever before. Then these small things we do to people make a huge difference in their lives. So we should keep hope. We were told to keep hope and show love and make those vulnerable members in our society or in our community feel loved and valued. This boy, Orion John, donated. I learned that he told us he donated all his prize money to a local children's hospital to buy toys, because remember that it was COVID, 2020 was COVID and 2021. So abroad there, when children go to hospital, of course, there are also those play areas, they give them toys, and ideally the toys are supposed to remain there when you are discharged. But because it was COVID, people would go with the toys. So there were no toys for children to play with. He used all his prize money to buy toys for that hospital. And we were saying, this little boy of 11 years, really? At that time was 9 years. If you could do all that much, how much more can Rotarians do? So kindness is the universal message of peace. We should all participate. If everyone were to spread an act of kindness every day, the world would be a better place. You can imagine this boy, he bought 690 new toys. He was able to mobilize enough meals for 100 1,000 people in just a period of 2 months. He mobilized, he used that opportunity, the platform he had been given to mobilize over 500,000 books to families who were really less privileged, and nothing more fulfilling as that. So I was more convinced that kindness can change a nation. Personally, as I told you, in 1994-95, when I joined, there was a Rotary theme. These themes we have members should really make an impact in our lives. When they impact on us, certainly we impact on communities. When I joined, there was a theme which was saying, be a friend. And I took it home, shared it with my husband, and we decided to actually be a friend in our community. How did we be a friend? We in Rakai. No, let me go back. Sorry. These themes in 1994, the theme was be a friend. In 2001, 2002, it was saying mankind is our business. 2002, 2003, when I was when we were starting the club in Yantonde, it was saying sow the seeds of love. In 2003, 2004, it was saying lend a hand. And now when I rejoined Rotary, 2017, 2018, it was saying that Rotary making a difference. Members, if we are really to implement these themes, if they are to impact, we can make a lot. So personally, I decided with my husband to really come to the aid of our community. I was working in Rakai as a senior planner, and my husband was working as the head of production. He was a veterinary. So we said, let us use our little resources to really touch the lives of other orphans, the orphans that were a result of the HIV/AIDS. You remember, all of you believed that HIV/AIDS started in Rakai, and indeed it was terrible. There were many orphans. There were so many children-headed families. There were single mothers or single mothers. There were early marriages, school dropouts, and there were so many elderly. The grandmothers and fathers taking care of orphans. So Doctor and I took in very many vulnerable children and paid their education, provided psychosocial support and basic minimum necessities, and helped them access health, livelihood, skills, and income generation. Over 48 orphans were taken through school. Over 48 orphans were taken through formal school up to grade level. And these include 2 engineers, 1 architect, 4 nurses, 6 economists, 15 accountants, 6 human resource specialists, 4 IT specialists, and 10 social workers. We did not only educate them, but we used our networks. You remember recently we had a thing which was saying that Rotary connects people. So we used our networks to get these people jobs, to get into jobs. We talk to Rotarians in the evening. You know, these evening clubs, you do much more than the morning club, because morning club we meet and we run away. We don't bond so much. But we used the opportunity of being Rotarians, and we really made connections for these people. And many of them are employed. And as I talk, we have really put many people in different organizations. And the school droppers were helped to go back to school, like in teaching, in teacher trainings, in these other skills. And once they get skilled and they get that we help them. For instance, that the drivers, we connect them to Rotarians who need drivers, who are in organizations like in National Water. We have so many offers that have joined. The people in National Water can bear me witness. So we have also helped them to do industrial training. We have helped them to do income generating activities. And I know that Rotarians, we've done so much. We can do so much. We can do so much to spread acts of kindness. As I conclude, Chairman, as I conclude, Mr. President, sorry, I'm being on the board most of the time. I am used to being with chairmen. So, as I conclude, I learned something from that little boy at this convention. He gave us a key. He said, we can change with a nation. We can do so much with only that word, kind. If we can be kind, we shall do a lot. He said, he gave us 4 issues. 1, we should keep our eyes open. Keep your eyes open and see who is that struggling member in your community. Who is this struggling person in your organization? There you can see people who you go for lunch, you buy issues for breakfast, snacks to eat at break. There are people who never, be just on the lookout and see how you can help with those little things. Then I include others in whatever you do. And then also N, he said nothing is too small. And indeed it is correct. I've seen it in my life. I'm not really rich, and all of you Rotarians are not rich, but these little things we've done in life have impacted so much to these people. Then D, it says do something about it. Don't sit there. The difference between doers and the thinkers, for us doers, we really make a big difference. We make a change in our community. So this boy concluded by saying that global change truly begins with showing kindness to your neighbor, one small act at a time. And the good thing is that all of us can win. Dear members, as I conclude, let us join hands and look out in our community to see how people can help. Unfortunately, my partner has left me. So the struggle is so much. I would like members to join me and we'll see how we can help. At the moment, I have a young man with me who has excelled so well. He got 14 points in physics, math, and economics. He was admitted for civil engineering, but we have even failed to get funding to take him to school. I can no longer afford, it is hard, but I know if we can put our hands together, our heads together, we can change this nation. So members, as I conclude, let us all plan to join, to attend the Rotary International in Melbourne. You can gain so much. There is so much you can gain in these meetings. I know it might look expensive, but if you purpose it in your heart to attend, you can start saving from now. By the time it comes to the end of December, the early bird is still on, the second one, 475. Those people who registered at the convention will pay 425. So members, that is what I've done. I have shopped for you. You will not regret. Thank you very much for listening to me.
Wow. Wow. As I conclude, allow me say thank you very much, Rotarian Ruth Kanyaruju, for really representing the Rotary Club of Kampala Daybreak very well at the Rotary International Convention. We really appreciate you. We celebrate you. In fact, if kindness was a person, I think that would be you. So we celebrate you, and we are really, really so grateful for I know you personally, you have a big heart, and not only you always want to really do something and make a difference. Thank you very much. We appreciate the connections that you got us, and I can not only promise you, but guarantee you that we will harness the relationships that you started. See to it that they can really bring forth fruit that will give a lot of joy to your heart, as long as it makes difference in humanity. Thank you very much. Friends, an experience from a Rotary Convention comes in so many shades. And you've just right now had the experience from Rotarian Ruth Kanyaruju. I just want us to use the next strictly 7 minutes to really have an interaction with Ruth. I'm sure there could be 1 or 2 things that you would like to learn from Rotarian Ruth Kanyaruju, or better still, understand some of the things maybe at Chikolatia. That will be very good. So allow me to turn this session to the moderator of Q&A to kindly guide us through the session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, President. I hope I'm loud and clear.
Rotarian Faith, you're loud and clear. Go right ahead.
Thank you so much. Good morning, Rotarians, Rotaractors, and our guests on call today. Indeed, this has been a wonderful testimony. Rotarian Ruth Kanyaruju, we are grateful. Just like we are required to take boosters every now and then, especially now in this period of COVID, you have given us a booster that has reminded us why we are Rotarians. We appreciate you taking the time to share with us. I think as I moderate this session, as I wait for hands, I will just quickly read through the comments quickly. Basically, people are just appreciating you, saying that your dream is achievable. They love your energy. Others are saying thank you for sharing your experience, and they have tapped into your wisdom and energy. Another person says that they feel your passion and it is infectious. Another Rotarian says that they love what you've shared and your going wasn't in vain. And they urge, I think, others that are going to do the same to share when they come back from these meetings, because surely you have taught us something. Another Rotarian says that you are exceptional. And another one says that this was a brilliant experience and sharing, and they hope that the brochures were shared for Kampala Daybreak, and that they are hoping that Daybreak will look for local club partnerships to tap into those contacts as well. Another one says that they love your positive vibes and powerful talk, and they thank you for maximizing your stay in Texas. So I think there's a question here as well. They're saying, during your stay, is there anything you feel you missed? This is Rotarian Chris. Yes, he says that during your stay, is there anything you feel you missed and won't miss when you won't miss when you go to Melbourne? If yes, what is it? So Rotarian Ruth, they're asking, is there anything you feel you missed while you're in Texas and that you won't miss? Let me see if there's any other. Others, Rotarian Dorothy says that we are proud of you. Thank you very much. They're saying this was a great sharing, beautiful presentation, and very inspiring. Wonderful sharing. People have learned a lot. Rotarian Joel says he has learned a lot, mostly about the kindness. Thank you, Rotarian Ruth. He says, I'm glad as a Rotaractor to be with the Rotarians. God bless you. Okay, there's another question here. Maybe you'll answer both of them at the same time. For the people like me that have never attended any convention, what advice would you give us in order to be in Melbourne? I have been energized with your sharing. So what advice would you give those that have not attended any convention? Yes, Rotarian Ruth, maybe you can answer those two as we wait for any more submissions or questions.
First and foremost, let me first answer the last one. What you need to do is to prepare. Register now and take advantage of the early bird. Registration, when you register, you have two options. They'll ask pay now or pay later. So you say pay later because you can't afford to pay $475 now. That money, if you, me I'm an economist, as I told you, if you use that money, by the time it comes to April next year or June, it will have made less 100%. So you register now and say pay later. Then the Rotary International will send you an invitation letter, which letter will help you start processing the visa issues. Then also you can also now start looking at the tickets. When you book early, you pay very little. You pay very, very little. If I can share you, if I can tell you how much I paid, because I had purpose, I knew I would attend, and I asked Rotarian. We have Rotarians here who do ticketing and what have you. They can help you, even get you a ticket, get you an itinerary for you to be able to go and ask for a visa when you have not paid. And they will book for you, they'll book a ticket in time. And you start saving and pay for that ticket, and you pay very little. So the answer to that question is start preparing now. Save and save and save as much as you can. When you think of buying a ticket to Melbourne, you might think, now how do I spend for $2,000? No, you can even pay as little as less than $900 if you plan properly. The second question, what is it that I missed? I missed the members of Kampala Daybreak. People were in big numbers, you saw the other picture of Kampala Sunrise. There were 14 members there. Clubs had different people. I mean, they had big numbers. For instance, I went to Zambia, I went to here, so I didn't have, but it was a blessing, these guys, by the way, because it helped me bond with so many people. Like people here don't know me. I was a Rotarian in Masaka. I'm generally not known. You can even see from the Chimeza. When you are at the Chimeza, people greet people. Nobody greets Ruth Kanyaru because Ruth is done. It's very little known. There's very little known about Ruth Kanyaru. And yes, Ruth Kanyaru is a very senior member, a senior Rotarian. But because I was mostly up country, nobody knows me. But this is an opportunity where I've bonded, I've rubbed shoulders with governors. I'm telling you, I did not know. I'm so close with our governor, John Damida, the wife, all those other big shots. I was always in their presence. It is important. So that what I missed most was my members to be around. I was the only Kampala Daybreaker there. Then another thing, I didn't do shopping. I have issues with my nerves. As you hear, I have a nervous issue, neuropathy. I cannot walk much. So I didn't do any shopping because I didn't have somebody to move with. People would move in with their club members. Me, I had nobody to move with. So I decided those negative things do not veil me. I just remained focused. I said, now that I've come, let me concentrate on making as many friends for my club as possible. So that is basically what I missed. Hopefully when we go to Melbourne, we'll be able to do shopping there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rotarian Ruth. Even with that side note that you've ended with, I still have a comment from the section, from the chat section, saying that they have noted that you prepared well for the convention and that you were in the right places at the right time. So even if you weren't where you wanted to be, you were still in the right place to make friends and represent the club. So thank you. More comments in the chat section, thanking you for sharing your information, sharing your testimony. They're saying, Rotarian Ruth, you are a blessing to the Rotary fraternity. Keep the positive energy, be blessed forever. You stood for the club. You are a great Rotarian. I haven't seen any hands up yet. So I will just continue with the section, the chat section. Jaja Muzungu says, sorry for the loneliness at the convention. He apologizes. And he's saying that RC Muyenga had 60 members in attendance. He challenges them as well to share what they have achieved. Obasi. So he says, so you shined, Ruth. Yes. Given that I was given 7 minutes, I think they're almost up. So I want to submit back to the president because I don't see any hands raised. But I'll also re-echo what you ended with, Rotarian Ruth, when you about being kind, to keep our eyes open, to involve others, and that nothing is too small, and to also go ahead and do something about it. Thank you so much for taking the time to share with us. Over to you, President. I submit.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Moderator Faith Tushabe. And Ruth, I can guarantee you, we were with you spiritually, but we actually missed you so much while you were in Houston. And Daybreak has missed you a lot. But really, we appreciate you so much for representing the club. I would like to invite my brother and my friend, Rotarian Issa Kagabu, to please give a befitting vote of thanks to this amazing Rotarian in Ruth Kanyaruju. I will invite you, Rotarian Issa, please give a befitting vote of thanks to our
Hello,
guest,
good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Thanks, Mr. President. And Rotarians on call. On behalf of the President, Rotarians of Kampala, Daybreak, and other Rotarians on call, allow me to extend a hearty vote of thanks to Rotarian Ruth Kanyaruju, specifically for representing Daybreak and making us shine, representing District 9211 and Ugandan Rotarians in general. Also for seeking opportunities for partnerships while at the convention, but also for sharing your great experience at the Rotary Convention in Houston and inspiring us. Thus, Rotarian Ruth, please accept our appreciation and thanks for your kindness and zeal for Rotary and Rotary Club of Kampala Daybreak. Back to you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, Rotarian Issa Kagabu. Rotarian Ruth, you know, sometimes you travel a lot. I'm not sure where you'll be next week, but today is a really virtual certificate presented to you for really sharing your experience with us in Houston. I guarantee that this certificate will be ready to be handed over to you physically next week. If you have time to come, if you have the opportunity, if you're in Kampala, to come to Fairway Hotel. But we really celebrate you. You lifted the flag of Kampala Daybreak so high, so much so that we fear it might even get lost in the air. But thank you very much. Friends, I want to say thank you very much for being with us. I would like to request you, Rotarian Stephen Wakasenza, to please give us statistics in the next few minutes.
Thank you, President. In reference to the quote, never be afraid to try something new, Ruth has challenged us. Quickly, I'll go into the statistics. we had 91 participants, 29 Rotary clubs, 2 Rotaract clubs, and 3 guests, the 3 musketeers. Let me just go straight into the list of clubs, starting with RC Chiwatle, Wewaja, Sunrise Kampala, Kampala Alibad, E-Club Ntinda, Arua Eco City, Upper Kololo, Mengo, Ntinda, Weyogerere, Natete, Bukoto, Kampala South, Muyenga, Sunset, Muyenga, Makindye, Nakasero Central, Kampala Metropolitan, Kololo, Yantonde, Kampala, Namasuba, Morning Tide, Bugolobi, Nairobi North, Ruvaga, Kampala Morning Stars, Ruvaga Lakeview, Kira, and Maisha. They are clubs of the day because Webaja and Sunrise had the same number in attendance. Those are the clubs of the day. The Rotaract clubs were as follows: Ruvaga and Makerere University, and our guests, who are the 3 musketeers, Miss Fiona Sima, Miss Lydia Lin, and Mrs. Marion Onyoy. Back to you, President.
Thank you very much, Stephen Wakasenza. And colleagues on call, I want to again join the voice of daybreakers to appreciate each and every single one of you for supporting us. We don't take you for granted. You're always with us every Thursday morning for our meetings. We really, really appreciate and celebrate you. Thank you very much. We don't take it for granted. I want to recognize and appreciate all our Rotary leaders and district officials on call. We appreciate you. We also want to appreciate our international partners from District 914, led by our very own Jaja Mzungu. It also is a great joy to have you with us. So thank you very, 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 very much. Allow me right now to convey our apologies for those clubs that may not have been mentioned for one reason or the other. But please do register in the chat section and we will take note and recognize your visit with us this morning. I want to welcome you, Twin Rotarian Nyakato, to kindly bless us with the final toast as we come to the end of our meeting today. Yes, Nyakato.
Thank you, my president. Good morning, Rotarians, Rotaractors, and all the visitors and calls. For the wonderful sharing we have had for Rotarian Kanyaruchi and all of us inspired, I propose a toast to Rotary International.
Rotary, the world over.
Rotary,
thank you very much. Thank you, Rotarian.
And the Rotary is over.
Rotarian Ruth, you are a star. That's all I can say. We are really proud of you.
He's a jolly good friend.
Thank you very much. I request that you stay behind for 5 minutes. I saw Rotarian, AG James Onyoin's hand up. Because of time, I pretended not to have seen it, but Rotarian Onyoin, you can kindly share with us your question or your comment or contribution to Ruth.
Yeah, thank you very much, Rotarian Ruth. I didn't want to end without me adding my voice to say thank you so much for this great hunt. You're a great hunter. You have gone, you have come up with so many animals. So I think the task before Kampala Daybreak, especially CMP Frederick and AP Edward, is that the animal has been brought home. We just need to make sure the meat is well prepared. Frederick, I would like you to quickly set up a committee to coordinate all those partners. I think she has brought home almost 30 partners. And, yes. and I think especially the Canadian clubs, we can connect them with our existing partner of Rotary Club of Ajax, and then probably even reach out to their district. So we can be able to mobilize a lot of support for our global grant for the BELE program. And this should really become a big thing. And working with our partner, Help Africa, we can help so many children into school and sustain them in school. Thank you. Kanyaruju, you have done a lot. As I said in the comment section, you were alone, but you were a fighter. You've done more than you had many delegates. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
PP Onyoi, can you sing?
Yes, and I'm happy that I was instrumental in transferring you to Kampala Daybreak to rejoin. Thank you.
Amen. You're welcome.
Ruth, President Frederick. Frederick.
Which one?
A president, atabala president bw'abaawo mwe tubalabawo. Now, Ruth. I listened to you with a lot of jealousy. One person doing a lot of things. You are such a awesome. Actually, I am going to challenge the 60 members of Muyenga next Wednesday to show what each one of them brought. I also want to associate with you. You know, I was working with the Uganda Commercial Bank with the Eji Semakula Kabubo. I don't remember. I don't know whether you still remember me. By then, I was very young. Huh?
Okay.
But thank you very much for that wonderful. I have learned also. I've been to 4 conventions before, but still I have picked many lessons from you. Let me start ganging up for Melbourne, the way you have advised. So, and my fellow morning crew members and all of you on call, can we meet in Australia? Because we have got that trick. You start early, pay early, even you can pay for their air ticket now. Book. It's amazing, eh? So I think you have taught many of us by your presentation. Thank you very much. And in fact, if I find my people didn't bring useful things, I will invite you to come and present to our club of 175 members.
Okay, but Professor was very, very active. He was most of those breakaway meetings. He was very, very present. Anyway, your people were everywhere. I saw them. The few that I know.
Yeah, and we have a atlas to clear all our goods from Australia if we buy so many. Thank you, Ruth. You see that man is a big man in Atlas Cargo. So let us prepare and be there. But one thing, Ruth, you have shown, if somebody even said that you were sponsored and paid for by Daybreak, nobody will deny it, because you behaved as if you were just sponsored and you had the duty to do, and indeed you did it. Can I now challenge Jaja Muzungu to let us sponsor some people to come together and sponsor somebody as a club, so that he goes there and he can even be a retractor with an assignment, go and do X, Y, Z. This is wonderful. Can you believe she was not sponsored, but her own money and then served the humanity to that level? I feel touched.
Ruth, greetings from Kampala, Maisha. I have really been thrilled by your presentation, and you did exactly what a Rotarian is supposed to do at a Rotary International Convention. I can guarantee you are less than 1% of people who go there and know what to do. Most people go for shopping, most people go to have the measures and come back the way they went. Being alone actually was a blessing to you. So instead of hanging out with fellow club members, you went out and you networked and you came back with contacts. Now just follow up and turn those into actual projects. Congratulations, you are an inspiration.
Amina, thank you so much. You're welcome.
Mr. President, Mr. President, I also want to acknowledge, this is James, sorry. This is
Yes,
James. I want to
AG, go right
that,
ahead. AG, go
I
right
want to
ahead.
acknowledge that one other thing that Ruth did was to start with the youth exchange. I mean, is it what? An exchange program?
Friendship exchange.
Mr. President, I would like you to...
Rotary Friendship Exchange.
Rotary Fellowship Exchange. I would like you to follow up very quickly. I think it would be good for many members if there's a Rotary Fellowship Exchange before the convention. I think most of us would want to participate in that. It gives you a much deeper delve into the relationship building. Thank you.
And actually, first Assistant Governor and Major Donor James.
I'm still Assistant Governor.
Irene sent out that email, and I actually answered it quickly, and lo and behold, I was just given, and it was so much. You can imagine all the 9 days we spent in Wisconsin. Those guys accommodated us. We don't spend a penny. They accommodated us, fed us, took us to places, and made us really meet so many clubs. That was a wonderful opportunity. I think we should really participate.
No, we shall update. We shall really participate. And now that I know that the amazing president is updating the Rotary Club Central membership of Daybreak, I better give him an opportunity. Otherwise, my membership is at stake. AP, please share your comments.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. AG Onyoin calls us EPs right now until 1st July. That's when we shall become APs. I think if there's a name to strike off, that will be the first name. Well, I think there's a lot to learn from Rotarian Ruth's visit. First of all, there is the strategy that she used, starting the friendship exchange. I think that was an amazing idea. You start connecting with other Rotarians quite early, even before the convention. You start building those relationships, you start bonding with them, and they get to know you a little bit more. I think that helps, and I agree with AG James that the next opportunity for the friendship exchange, we should jump for it and be part of it. For us who have not participated in RI convention, I think, Rotarian Ruth, you have given us the blueprint, what we should follow as we anticipate and look forward to joining you and other Rotarians in Australia. So I think you have given us a very good start, and we are grateful for that. For the friends, for the connections, for the potential joint projects that we can run with other clubs that you have introduced to us, I think we are very grateful. There is a lot for us to do, and I've picked the lesson, the guidance from AG. Let's have a strategy around this to build on what you have started and make sure we maximize, in terms of the potential, let me call them benefits out of those engagements by putting together a team that is going to focus on building these opportunities. Thank you, Mr. President. And thank you.
Much obliged, and thank you very much, AP Edward Mugerwa. I don't seem to see any further hands, colleagues. Today being a working day, I don't want to keep us for long. We need to go and fetch that which gives us the way of extending kindness, like we have been challenged this morning. But Rotarian Ruth, thank you very much. You will never cease appreciating this great representation that you exhibited of our club at the Rotary International Convention. If there was a famous board of Daybreak, right today, your name should be pinned there. You have really, really represented us so well. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. My
One
only
thing I
prayer.
like about Rotary President.
Yes.
Rotary is next to godliness. That's one thing that made me join Rotary.
Yeah. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Then also the friendship, the Rotarians that hosted us, the other side, or the district that hosted us, is coming in October. Maybe we can also start by showing interest to allow to host people in our homes. Personally, I will host. The people who hosted me will not come, but it doesn't matter. Whoever comes, I'm willing to host them. When you open our homes to people, the Bible says that we can even welcome angels without knowing. May the good Lord bless you all. I love you, all of you.
Yeah, absolutely. The only way we can repay you, Ruth, with this great gratitude is to ensure that these connections you started yield a lot of impactful programs and projects to humanity. I think that is the only way that we can pay you as a club to bring gratitude to your heart. And I can guarantee you that I will definitely work hand in hand with the amazing president and the team to see to it that we harness these relationships and we do good, impactful projects out of your networking. So friends, I want to say even the best dance comes to an end.
President, I would like to sing for her.
Please go ahead, Rotarian Jessica Namfuka.
She's a jolly good fellow. She's a jolly good fellow. She's a jolly good fellow.
And no one can deny.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
She's a jolly good fellow. She's a jolly good fellow.
She's a jolly good fellow.
She's a jolly good fellow.
Thank you very much, Jessica. Naye muyiyizeeyo olulala.
Oluyimba olulala. Ruth is a
kuba amanyi oyiiya. Olujjo lw'effeero bufenna tulumanyi muyiyizeeyo
akaya. Bannange katugende tukole.
Ruth is a
God bless you and make you a blessing.
Oyo atusazeeyo Frederick.
Thank you very
Bye-bye. Beautiful day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Jole bye, twine.
Thank you.